In this problem, we want to test a hypothesis about the difference between a participant's reaction to the color blue and their reaction to the color red, and to see which one has a faster reaction time, if either. So this is a matched pair problem. We have our results paired by individual, and we have each of their reactions to the two different colors. And so we start this problem by entering the data from the table. I click on Stat and choose number 1, Edit. I've already entered the data from the table, but once that's entered, then we have to enter our values for list 3. So we want to find the difference between these two groups. And there's no particular reason to think that the reaction to blue would be faster or the reaction to red. The numbers seem fairly mixed up. And this is a two-tailed test. We're looking for the difference. We're just asking, is the difference equal to 0 or not equal to 0? So when I go up to the top, I can either do list 2 minus list 1 or the other way around. Either way will work in this problem. So I'll click on second and the number 2 minus second and the number 1. So I have list 2 minus list 1. When I hit enter, then the list fills in with the differences between list 2 and list 1. So notice that list 2 had a smaller value in the first entry than list 1, so that's why we got a negative value here, and so on. Now make sure that when you do that, you have to be in the very top here. So you have to have list 3 selected when you type in that list 1 minus, or list 2 minus list 1, whichever way you do it. So you have to be in the top there. Now that we have the list of our differences, we're going to do a two-tailed test, and it's just a regular t-test, and it's just using list 3. So let's click on Stat and go over to Tests, and I choose number 2, t-test. Now our input is data, so that's already selected. And mu0 is always equal to 0 in these matched pair tests. So I have that selected. And I go next to list. I don't want to use list 1 here, I want to use list 3. So I'll press second and the number 3, and now we have list 3. Frequency is 1, and we said this is a two-tailed test, so that's already selected. And now I just need to go to draw and press enter. Okay. So our test statistic is negative 1.31. P-value is 0.2466. And since we have such a large p-value, we're going to fail to reject the null hypothesis. So the null hypothesis said that there was no difference between the two groups, that mu sub d was equal to 0. So we would say there's no difference based on whether the color blue is going to come up, or whether their reaction time to blue is faster, or whether their reaction time to red is faster. And that completes this problem.